Hi everybody. Um I started a series and in the description box there will be a link to the playlist. These are travel projects or um projects you can grab and go, projects that you don't have to think about. They also work really well to and get your creativity going again in some respects, because when you look at the things you're doing, the parts and pieces that you're working on, they will help you to kind of get back in that creative mood. um, one of one of my all-time favorite travel projects is fussy cutting. It's best to have something that you can encapsulate when you want have it in your bag already ready to go, and it doesn't have to be this big. It could be something like this, and just have chunks of stuff stuck in a little photo book with a pair of scissors, and you could take this just like this to fussy cut things. um I usually have a tote bag with me everywhere I go, but a lot of times I don't have the time to sit down and do even a journal page or something like that. It has to be something quick. It has to be something that is kind of mindless. Fussy cutting is one of those things. So I have usually in my grab and go bag kind of thing, the things I might want to try to do. Is it like a container, this is just a little zipper pocket. And I am starting to accumulate sets of scissors, so that these are not my favorite, but they just recently acquired a couple pair, and they were inexpensive. So if I happen to lose them, they're not my favorite pair of scissors. But I can still sit and fussy cut with them when I'm in a doctor's office, or sitting at the picnic table at the campground, or like that. Now, a lot of people do stuff in front of the TV, and that works too. I just don't watch television very much. But this is something that you could do there. I usually have something that I can put my finished pieces in. Now, one of the things you have to worry about when you're fussy cutting in a doctor's office is that you don't leave paper trash all over their floor. So either have a little envelope you can stick it in, or what I usually do, honestly, is just stick it back in this envelope. I'll take out whatever I'm going to fussy cut, and I thought I'd show you some of the things I have in my envelope. Come here. All of you can come out. Okay, this is a piece that got started somewhere and didn't get finished. Oh well, I can finish it later. I can finish it now. This is wallpaper. These are just some magazine images. These are some stamped images that I want to cut out. Happens to be stamped on book paper. It'll take me a while to cut all this out. Now, if you sit in front of the TV in the evening with your spouse, or just while it's quiet. Now, I can't do it around a campfire because it's usually dark, but this is these are actually pieces of scrapbook paper. And this is more wallpaper. These are just chunks of stuff that I have in my stash that I want to cut out. Let's see what else this is. Oh, that's another piece of scrapbook paper. See, these are just little pieces of scrapbook paper. And I want to fussy cut these things out. This is from my sketchbook where I have done black and white elements. So they need to be cut out too. So this is just, okay, this is a very simple, fast project you can grab. Okay, say in the doctor's office, you're trying to pay attention because it's your mom you're having to watch over, and okay, so I start fussy cutting. And then they call us back. No big deal. I just put it back in the envelope. with my scissors. Done. Let's pick up something else. What else is there here? If it doesn't get finished, and the other thing I do sometimes is I cut pieces apart if I'm having to wait, because this kind of thing, it's hard to fussy cut when it's all in one big piece. So, you know, it might not be fussy cutting, it might just be getting it ready to fussy cut. There's one of these. Okay, same is true here. It's hard to cut around a square like that, so I'll just cut across this. Now this is something that's easy to fussy cut elsewhere. And if I have little pieces of paper like that, I just try to put them right back in the envelope. Or I'll stick them in this envelope. What's not that one? This one right here. All right, so my pieces all end up with the same thing. I can sort them out at home later. This, by the way, guys, is what I would actually put my finished fussy cutting pieces into. Oh, looks like there's some fussy cutting pieces in there. Okay. These are actually pages out of a book like this, a little photo book. They're cut loose. They have a open edge here. Well, I sew that open edge up and I cut across the top. So that I end up with a pocket that goes this way like an index card. And you can see the back of it has an index card in it just to make it stiffer. These are working real well for me. I find that it's easier for me to see those things. So what I would do is I would just, when I got home, I would just take whatever I got finished and put it like that. And like I said, these are projects I either keep in my tote bag that I can just take out and grab when I'm out. This is the kind of project I pack when we go on a long trip, because honestly, we're busy when we're on a trip. I don't have that much downtime. Even if we were to be staying in hotels, you're usually gone all day long, and I don't want a big project that I have to try to get out and have, you know, half a dozen art supplies out and try to then have to clean it up. This has to be something simple, easy to poke, easy to pack, and easy to pick up and put away. So, like I said, I have a whole little list of travel projects that I am going to talk to you about, and hopefully I'll be able to do one a week for the next little bit, and that there is a playlist down below. So, my question to you is, what do you think that would be good travel projects? What can you pack into a very small little space? Because, you know, I kind of get bored with the same project over and over and over again. So when we travel on a long trip, and we are not going to have a lot of downtime, but I might not want to fussy cut all week long, I pack 2 or 3 projects so that I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And if I get bored with fussy cutting, I can do something different. You know, I don't have to be doing the same thing all the time. Now, I am trying to make it where I can pack scissors. You know, like I said, I've been buying 2 or 3. I've bought 2 or 3 pairs of these inexpensive little scissors. They're pretty nice. They're American craft scissors. I don't know. I got them at Ollie's. anyways, you could pack them, instead of packing the multiple pairs, you could just have a little grab and go kit kind of to go with this one. So pack all my papers and stuff in this kit, and then pack this like so to go with me. Yeah, you know, it would all just depend on how things work for you. Like I said, I keep a tote bag ready to go most at home, because I have to take Mom to a lot of appointments, and you know, you wait anymore. No matter what you do, you're waiting. I don't have a kid who was into sports, so I didn't have a lot of waiting with that. But I do know that there are people that have that, and it's always nice to have things that you can do while your child is playing their games. Hope this gives you some ideas. Hope this series is something you're interested in. Like I said, if you have any good ideas, put them in the description box below. And I will link right up there to the first project, and I will put a playlist link in the bottom. Have a great day. Have a wonderful time. Go make some art.